Cause wait a goddamn minute. Why am I so late to the party? Why didn't I know about Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa, and Teyana Taylor? Baby, what? Oh, you're gonna love me. That shit looks so divine. It's almost look like they was made for each other. Them motherfucking pictures look like they supposed to be in an art museum. Like that shit looks so fucking French kiss. I am here for it. I am here for it. That gotta be the reason why Lori was like, nah, I'm cool on him. Because you know Lori is not turning down no new bait, baby. She would have ate it up real quick. Oh, I'm just here for it. They look so damn good together. Like, what?
Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre have set the internet on fire with rumors of a fresh new romance, and the reactions are intense. At first glance, their chemistry seems undeniable. Smiles, hand-holding, shared glances that hint at something deeper. Fans are calling them a vibe, saying it feels authentic and surprisingly soft. But under the surface, a different conversation is growing. People are wondering, what is Teyana really looking for in a man right now? Is Aaron actually her type, or is there something strategic happening behind the scenes? This connection feels different than her past relationships. And some fans are convinced that what we're seeing isn't the whole story. Could this be a well-crafted image for the public eye, while something else entirely brews underneath? From quiet dinners to red carpet sightings, Teyana and Aaron have been seen more than a few times together, and every time, their body language says a lot. At one event, Aaron was seen opening doors for her, adjusting her coat, and staying close, always attentive. In today's celebrity world, those small acts speak volumes. It's the kind of old-school romance people don't see much anymore. Fans have been quick to point it out, with some praising the emotional presence Aaron seems to bring to the table. But as with most high-profile connections, not everyone is buying it. People are asking, how did this escalate so fast? Why does their chemistry seem so perfectly timed? The question now is whether we're witnessing genuine love, or a convenient storyline carefully managed for public approval. To really understand this pairing, you have to look at Teyana's past. Her relationship with Iman Shumpert was high energy and very public. Iman was bold, confident, and always in the spotlight. Together, they shared passion, family life, and hustle. Before Iman, Teyana had been linked with other powerful figures in entertainment and sports, men who had presence, swagger, and star power. That's why this new chapter with Aaron feels so unexpected. Aaron is more reserved, thoughtful, and emotionally subtle. Compared to the strong personalities Teyana has gravitated toward in the past, he's a noticeable shift. Which raises the question, is she really drawn to someone like Aaron, or is this an intentional break from her usual pattern? It's no secret that since her breakup with Iman, Teyana has been in rebrand mode. She's been leaning into elegance, minimalism, and inner peace. She's been curating her public persona with carefully selected visuals, interviews about growth, and a more subdued vibe overall. And that's exactly why Aaron fits in so well. He matches the new aesthetic. With his quiet confidence and clean image, he seems like the perfect accessory to her reinvention. But is that all he is? Some fans think so. They believe this relationship is less about love and more about optics. In this theory, Aaron becomes a character in her personal brand reboot, an emotionally grounded figure that signals she's left chaos behind. If that's true, it doesn't make the connection fake, but it definitely changes how we read it. As always, when public figures make noticeable changes in their image, lifestyle, or relationships, fans are quick to weigh in. Teyana. Taylor is no exception. With her recent shift in aesthetic and romantic interests, social media has been abuzz with opinions, speculations, and debates. One Twitter user summed up a common sentiment by saying, "She looks happy, but this feels off. This ain't her usual type." Another commented, "She's forcing this soft girl aesthetic. We miss the bold Teyana." These types of reactions have sparked an ongoing discourse about authenticity, growth, and whether a person's evolution should be questioned simply because it challenges what people have come to expect. Despite the skepticism, there's a sizable group of supporters who are embracing the changes in Teyana's life, both personal and stylistic. People grow, Maybe this is her true self, one commenter argued. This counterpoint highlights a very real truth. Celebrities, like everyone else, evolve. They experiment, redefine themselves, and sometimes change direction completely. But the online community remains divided. From Instagram comment sections to Reddit threads, users are analyzing everything. Her facial expressions, the captions she writes, the tone of her posts, and especially her wardrobe. Every move she makes is being dissected, not just for gossip's sake, but in a quest to uncover the elusive truth about who she is now and where she might be headed. What's caught even more attention than her clothing or social media posts is her shift in fashion and overall vibe. Teyana, long known for her edgy, confident, and sometimes provocative style, has taken a turn toward a softer, more understated appearance. Flowing gowns, minimal makeup, natural glam, and a quieter beauty have taken the place of her usual bold looks. This has prompted some to claim she's now channeling what's often referred to as soft woman energy. The transition is so pronounced that fans are asking whether she's hiding her true self or simply growing into a different version of herself. This ongoing conversation has led many to pose the question: who is the real Teyana at this moment? Part of the intrigue surrounding Teyana's transformation also stems from her rumored connection with actor Aaron Pierre. Known for his emotional depth and critically praised performances, Aaron is regarded as a thoughtful and grounded individual. Off-screen, he's quiet, centered, and manages to keep a low profile, far removed from the drama often associated with celebrity life. Compared to the high-energy, high-profile personalities Teyana has dated in the past, Aaron offers something very different: stability. And in the eyes of many, that's exactly what Teyana might need after years of living in the spotlight and dealing with the pressure of public expectations. Insiders close to the situation describe Aaron as emotionally mature, someone who listens without ego and shows up with consistency and care. These are traits that can be deeply attractive to someone who has lived a life filled with ups and downs, both personally and professionally. In this sense, Aaron could be seen as a grounding force for Teyana. But even with all these admirable qualities, fans continue to ask whether that's enough. Can a calm, steady energy truly balance Teyana's dynamic, fiery spirit in the long run? Will the quiet strength he brings harmonize with her loud creativity? Or will the contrast eventually create distance? Teyana herself has been open in the past about what she looks for in a partner. In various interviews, she's spoken about being drawn to powerful, confident energy, someone who embodies ambition, artistry, and a kind of emotional intensity that matches her own. That's why her previous relationship with Iman Shumpert resonated with so many fans. Together, they embodied a vibrant, passionate dynamic that seemed to reflect who Teyana was at the time. Iman brought a chaotic energy that complemented her own fierce personality, and their chemistry was undeniable. So when fans compare that to the seemingly quieter connection she now shares with Aaron, it makes them wonder if she's trading in passion for peace. Of course, people change, and so do their needs in relationships. Some believe that Teyana might be deliberately stepping away from high drama and leaning into emotional safety. After heartbreak or disappointment, it's natural to reassess what one truly wants in a partner. If Teyana is indeed shifting her priorities, then Aaron could represent a conscious and mature choice. He might not be the flashy, alpha-type people expect her to be with, but he could offer something more enduring: emotional security, patience, and a deeper connection rooted in stability rather than adrenaline. Public opinion about Teyana Taylor's recent changes remains sharply divided. Some fans and observers are convinced that what we're witnessing is more of a performance than a transformation. To them, this softer, more subdued version of Teyana feels temporary, like a carefully crafted persona meant to fit into a trending aesthetic. They analyze her smiles in public appearances and photos, suggesting that they don't quite reach her eyes the way they used to. They comment on how her social media captions seem overly polished or even managed by someone else. Her tone in Interviews has changed too. Less edgy, more restrained. For these fans, it's hard to shake the image of the bold, fearless Teyana who built her identity on being unapologetically raw, real, and untamed. That woman, to them, didn't worry about fitting into any mold, didn't dilute her presence to be more digestible, and certainly didn't care to be perceived as soft. But not everyone sees it this way. There are just as many who believe that this new version of Teyana is equally authentic, just different from what the public is used to. They argue that people, especially women in the spotlight, are often boxed into one-dimensional roles. If Teyana is changing, it doesn't mean she's pretending. It could mean she's simply evolving. Growth doesn't always look like a dramatic shift. Sometimes it happens gradually, through quiet moments, personal lessons, and introspection. This softer side of her, marked by more natural glam, gentler energy, and quieter confidence, might not be a performance at all. It could be a reflection of who she is now after years of life lived loudly. If we're willing to accept that people change, then maybe this isn't a loss of identity. It's a broadening of it. The fierce, brash Teyana many came to love still exists. She's just not the only version of herself anymore. Maybe this is what healing looks like. Maybe what we're seeing isn't her hiding or toning herself down, but her choosing peace over performance. So perhaps it's not about whether this softer version fits, but whether we're open to the idea that real strength can also come in quieter, calmer forms. Maybe this isn't a mask, it's a metamorphosis. Ultimately, the question of who is the real Teyana doesn't have a simple answer. People are multifaceted, and it's entirely possible for someone to embrace softness without abandoning their strength. Teyana might still be the same fiercely creative soul, just with new boundaries, clearer intentions, and a revised vision of what love and happiness look like. Whether or not this chapter lasts, or whether it leads her back to something more familiar, only time will tell. But for now, what's clear is that she's navigating her life on her own terms, even if the world is watching closely, trying to make sense of every move she makes. As the story unfolds, the big question is what happens next. Will Teyana and Aaron go public with their bond? Will there be an interview, a podcast drop, or an Instagram post that finally makes it official? Or will they keep the mystery alive, letting fans fill in the blanks? If this is a real connection, time will tell. True chemistry doesn't need marketing. It will show naturally. But if it's all performance, the cracks will eventually show. Right now, all eyes are on Teyana's next move. With her brand, music projects, and motherhood in the mix, every step she takes is under the microscope. Aaron's silence is also a factor. He hasn't confirmed anything, and that quiet approach keeps the curiosity alive. So here we are, caught in the middle of another celebrity puzzle. Teyana and Aaron may have undeniable chemistry, but that doesn't automatically mean we're seeing the whole story. Whether this is the beginning of a real love story, or just a perfectly executed rebranding move, fans are watching closely. Is she truly healing, growing, and discovering peace? Or just painting a pretty picture for public approval? One thing is for sure, this isn't the final twist. The story is still developing, and in the world of celebrity relationships, things are rarely what they seem. So stay tuned, hit that like button if you believe in real love, and comment below. Do you think Aaron is her real type or just another part of the image?